Hello creatives, and welcome back to my channel, Moonlit Haunt Creative. I hope that you are having a fantastic day. Today we are going to show you how to make a Kirkland's Easter centerpiece dupe using primarily Dollar Tree items. Now, as you see here, this is the beautiful piece we're going to recreate from Kirkland's, but it does not have a beautiful price tag. For this, we are using 6 of these Dollar Tree wooden crates, and then we're going to need 3 blocks of floral foam. Additionally, you will also need 2 bags of this reindeer moss from Dollar Tree, and 4-gallon paint stir sticks that you can find at your local hardware stores or through Amazon. We will be using a total of 10 bamboo skewer sticks. And you will need 2 packages of these 6-packs carton of eggs from Dollar Tree. And then you'll need paint of your choice. For this, I am using Waverly Chalk Paint in mineral, moss, and white. You'll also need greenery of your choice. For this, I'm using this lamb's ear garland from Hobby Lobby and this boxwood, I believe, greenery from Dollar Tree. Even though the amaranthus is in the shot, I did not use it. You're also going to need 3 pillar candles. These are also from Dollar Tree. And you're going to need some lightweight spackle. And 3 glass candle holders of your choosing. These I repurposed from old Bath & Body Works candles. So to start with, we are going to go through and sand each one of those wooden crates just to get any of the burrs or slivers off of them, just to make them nice and smooth. So once all of your crates have been sanded, what we're going to do is start building the base box for our centerpiece. Here I'm just applying hot glue to one of the ends of the mini crates and then pressing 2 of those crate ends together just to form that bond. Then I'm going to repeat that step on the 3rd crate by again applying hot glue on the end and then pressing it to the end of those other 2 that are already adhered together, making a row of 3 crates. And once you have your 1 row of 3 crates, you're going to repeat that process on the following 3 crates, making a row. And then once you have your 2 rows, you'll then flip the crate on the side and start applying hot glue. Once you have the hot glue applied down the entire row, you're going to press it against the other row of crates. And then to hold the crates together, I'm applying these Dollar Tree clips until the glue fully dries. To try to hide or blend in the seam line of the individual crates, I'm going to be applying this lightweight spackle from the Dollar Tree to those seam lines. And you will be repeating this process on the other side of the crate. Once you've applied the spackle, I'm going back in with this sculpting tool. I don't want to cover up the lines going horizontally across the crates. That's a feature I want to keep. So again, I'm just going in with that sculpting tool and just digging out any of the spackle that may have gotten embedded within those grooves or lines on the crates. And once your spackle has dried, you're going to go back in with your sanding block or sandpaper and just sand it down until it's nice and smooth. I know I also went back in with that sculpting tool and just went into those grooves again, making sure that any of the excess dust from the spackle wasn't getting caught in those grooves or lines. And now that the centerpiece crate has been sanded, it is time to apply paint. I am using Waverly Chalk Paint in white and applying a full coat on each one of the sides. Once I have gone through and painted each one of the sides, I am going back and applying a light coat on just the top edge of the box. And once the crates for the box have been painted, we're going to set those aside to dry. Here I am taking the paint sticks where I have cut off the handles and then measured them going lengthwise across the box and cutting them down to size. I am gluing them together here with hot glue, and then I'm taking that spare handle piece and then gluing it to that seam just for extra durability and stability. And the reasoning for creating these two sticks is because they will be going across our box lengthwise, and they will be what is going to support our candle holders. And after our elongated sticks have been put together and the glue has dried, I'm going through with Waverly Chalk Paint in Moss, and I'm just going through and painting the top and the sides. And once both of the sticks have been painted, we're going to set those aside and move back onto our main box. We're going to tilt it on its side, and this time we're going to add a distressed look using Waverly Chalk Paint in Mineral. And you're just going to go through and apply that distressing to all sides of the box. After the paint from distressing has dried, what I did next was I cut each one of the foam squares in half, and then I am gluing those squares into the crates. You'll notice that as I'm gluing them down, I'm also gluing them flat side down just because the cut edge is uneven. And after gluing down the foam, we're taking one of those packages of reindeer moss, and I am just filling it in those gaps in between the foam squares within the crates. I'm also going to place some of that reindeer moss on top of the foam just to help conceal it and cover it up. Next, we're going to take those support sticks that the candle holders will be sitting on, and we're just going to judge the placement. And once we're satisfied, I'm just going to go ahead and glue those down with hot glue right on the edges. And after the support sticks have been glued down, I am going to go ahead and place the glass candle holders. Now for this, I am just using hot glue, but if you want something more permanent and durable, I would recommend using more hot glue and also a combination of E6000. And now it's time to prep the greenery and accents for the box. I am using this lamb's ear garland that I cut into pieces. It does not have a wire center, so I'm taking a piece of wire, bending it like a hairpin, and then placing it on the stem and wrapping it around for a little bit more rigidity. And then I'm taking these boxwood pieces from Dollar Tree and just cutting those off, and sometimes I'm taking the little stem and cutting that in half as well to create more pieces to use. For the accents, we're going to be using these package of speckled eggs from Dollar Tree and also these bamboo skewers. For the eggs, they luckily have this hole already in the bottom, so I'm going to apply hot glue to the pointed end of the bamboo skewer and then stick it through the hole, just slightly twisting until the glue hardens. And then I'm just going to repeat the process for all of those eggs, and I do use about 2 packages totaling 10 eggs. Now that the greenery and accents are prepped, we can start adding them to the foam. So for each foam section, I'm going to start adding 3 pieces of the lamb's ear, 3 pieces of the boxwood, and then I also had a scrap piece of eucalyptus garland that I cut into pieces, and I'll be adding 1 piece of those to each of the segments also. And as you go through adding greenery to each one of your sections, you'll see how your box really starts to fill out. And when all the greenery is added in, I'm going back in with the remaining reindeer moss and just filling in any gaps, or if I see the styrofoam poking through anywhere, just to help cover that up. And this is what your centerpiece will look like at this point after the greenery and candle holders are added. As we're nearing the end to finish this centerpiece, we're going to start adding the eggs. I'm cutting those bamboo skewers down, and then I'm just going to start sticking those eggs in the foam. I don't really have a rhyme or reason to the placement. I'm just trying to make them look organic and not have 2 similar colors next to each other. If you're enjoying this video, go ahead and click that subscribe button and hit the bell icon to be notified when I post next. Also, hit the thumbs up button, and in the comments, let me know if you end up creating this centerpiece. And then after all of your eggs are added, the last thing to do is just add those pillar candles to finish the look. Now, I really enjoyed recreating this Kirkland centerpiece using mainly Dollar Tree items. Overall, this cost me about $22 to recreate as compared to the $50 Kirkland's price. I hope you enjoyed watching me recreate this Kirkland's dupe, and if you enjoyed it, go ahead and subscribe for future videos. And as always, stay inspired and stay creative.